Good morning, welcome back. This is build day 5. Not a lot of building going on today. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I came out earlier just to have a watch of the fish through my viewing gap, which was here. You know, there's quite a lot of flashing going on, and all the sumi and some of the benny on the fish has completely dropped off. Definitely the kitsuri and the shiro when eventually it comes round. Now I know the water is a lot cooler than it was over in the main pond. Now we're here out with only 900 gallons ish, maybe a bit less. And because of the flashing, I just did a quick couple of scrapes. The first one, which I think we saw, I can't remember how many or how long ago it was, but the smaller shower was doing a bit of hanging in the water. So I got that out. First scrape, trick bouncing off the slide. So not millions of trick. I think there was only 3 on the first scrape, but they were quite active, the trick. Then I thought I'll just scrape another one, and I've just scraped the smaller kahaku which came from Adam Bayer last year or the year before, whenever it was. And that again, the odd couple of trick, I think 2 on the slide and a few flukes. So I think I'm going to have to treat the pond. I mean, everyone's a lot calmer now and a lot happier, but obviously PP is quite harsh treatment. But I don't obviously want to let parasites build up and then potentially cause me even more issues. So I'm going to do a PP treatment here. So it's going to knock everything back again, but I feel I've got no choice. And that's looking not too great, that the smaller kahaku that jumped out. I think on the whole, other than the colours fading on the fish, well, in fact the sumi on this shower seems to be fine. Maybe even the little shower, but it's the 2 Itsuri ones were the concern. Again, not a single drop of food has gone in. I'm not even, they probably won't even get anything while they're over here. So I've been doing daily water checks. Yesterday's water checks actually came back with me ammonia now at a trace. It came back on my ammonia Hannah checker at 0.05, which is about, is it 0.07 or something like that as a total reading. But my nitrite is still sky high, probably around about 2. So I did another 20% water change, just trying to keep that at bay, as it were. But I'm converting ammonia now, which means obviously I'm going to be turning over and converting a lot into nitrite. So I need to get that, well, not I need, the filter just needs to catch up really, but I'm going to PP, it's going to knock it back a bit. So I don't really know what to do. I don't know. I think I've got to do it. It's just one of those things, isn't it, really? But hey ho. I've used PP tons before, obviously not in this situation of them being in a temporary pool and everyone being stressed to hell as it is. I'll have another think. I'll speak to some of my mates and see what the general consensus is about it. Choice. So over here, carnage. As you saw the other day, nothing over here has changed. Lead ditched off early Friday because it was absolutely hammering down. But I think I did an update there. Skimmer gone, inlets ready. That's where the skimmer's going. So I'm continuing my trench. Someone pointed out last week that I can't share, the trench can't have everything in it, and I've done a bit of research and that's probably right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig down a little bit further, great, because I love digging, and then put the water in first. So my blue water MDPE pipe, that one, then cover it, bit of soil, bit of shingle, whatever it is, then put my gas in another pipe, and then a little bit of shingle on top of that, and then put me electric to the side of that. So I'm going to get some, I'm not going to use a 4-inch pipe, I'm going to use some thinner pipe to put the gas in. I can't think how thick the gas pipe is. I think it's 30mm, I can't even remember where it is, probably on the back of there. So today's plan is to, obviously, to treat that pond, probably going to get some stick for that, but hey, what do you do? And try and get some of this trench finished, well, not some of it, all of it, and start to get my blue pipe in. So I need to come along here, get rid of a bit of this, and then I'm going to put it, unbelievably, they filled that with concrete when they built the conservatory. I'm going to chuff some of that out on it along the side of the house. Oh god, maybe not along the side of the house. I might see if I can cut a channel here, because the wall comes out, doesn't it? So I don't want to have to do that. So probably in line with the wall. It probably won't work out too bad. So come around the corner, straight up here, and then gas is there, so that can easily be attached to, and water is under the sink, which is here, and then I can get rid of all of this. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet. It's all going to be paved at some point. More junk. I mean, I know I keep saying it, the amount of waste that we've generated from smashing stuff down at the minute. I've got that stacked up there, ready for when the skip comes tomorrow, so I can just chuck it in. And then obviously an absolute mountain of other blocks and concrete to go in as well. That'll be another skip. It's ridiculous. Gonna have probably spent £1,000 on bloody skips by the end of it, because no doubt when the pond's finished I'll still have a garden full of junk, so I'm gonna have to get another skip in to get rid of all that lot. Unbelievable, but hey ho, it's only money. I've had a ton of deliveries as well. I'm going to do that on another video. There's a pallet of something absolutely awesome here, and there's some boxes in the kitchen which I need to move, which I'll open and talk through some of them things. So it's all okay, apart from finding parasites, but you know, moving the fish, stress of being in there. Could potentially have been some parasite issues before that maybe I've missed on a scrape, who knows. So I think in my head I'm going to treat, I'm going to get the PP in. I've got some sodium thiosulfate to neutralise it if there's any issues, and then change some water as well. I'd say on the whole they're doing alright now. It took them a while, it took them 3 to 4 days to settle after they went in here. They just weren't happy at all. No doubt the stress of me walking up and down the garden with him in a sock didn't help. I'm going to rethink that for when I move him back. Maybe get a trolley with, I've got plenty of tubs and buckets and stuff to put them, well not buckets but blue tubs. I've got a bigger blue tub, haven't I, in the garage. So whether I wheel them over on some kind of trolley system and then pop them in the pond that way, a lot less stressful for them and me. So yeah, that's a plan of action, I think. Doesn't help, temporary pool, 900 gallons of water. The temperature It's been up and down all week, and it's a bit fresh today. It's probably only 15-16 degrees, whereas last week it was mid to late 20s, if not even higher. So I've probably lost 6, 7, 8 degrees of water temperature over the last few days. But I think although it's going to be a bit colder this week, it's going to be a steady temp, sort of mid-teens, either low 20s. So there shouldn't be as many swings this week, but no doubt as soon as it gets warm, it'll heat it up rapid, and then it'll be cold again. But you know, so we're nearly a week in. We're 5-6 days in now. Another couple of weeks. Fiberglass and window install have been booked for 1st of July, I think. That'll be a scary time. It's all scary. Right, get my PP, get my sodium thiosulfate ready, and let's do this. Anyway, catch you later. Just thought, I haven't checked to see if there's any salt in here for a while from me. How many months ago that was? .06% salt. Yeah, 0.06, so negligible amount now. That's taken months to get out. That's one of the reasons why, if you're using salt, you need to be sure and understand it's going to take a long time to go. Anyway, right, I've got my bits. I'll get that sorted. Of course it's raining. Sun's out though. Just starting to turn actually, looking at the water colour. It's been 3 hours. They've actually been very good. No crazy behaviour, and looking a little bit lethargic now, slowing down a bit, but no jumping, no flashing, no flicking, nothing. And I've been out here for the whole 3 hours. Well, I've just been inside for a sandwich, but they're looking a lot better. And amazingly, the Sumi started to return on a few on the Shiro. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, and the Kitsuri. It's not quite as purple as it was, the water. It's just starting to go. So it's about, I've got the measurement right, 6 grams of PP. So good with that. Another hour, maybe a bit less. We'll see how we go. And now I've got me, pardon my French, it's frightening the life out of them. Got me sodium thiosulfate made up. I'm going to chuck that in. Over here, I'm making me trench deeper. I didn't realise it had to be way deeper, so I'm going down to about 700 mil. Oh, it's a nightmare. I'm nowhere near there yet. I'm at about 400 up that end. Probably about 200 on this end. I had to go at breaking this. Oh my god. Ridiculous. I'm going to need a massive big something to break that. My SDS drill didn't do a lot. It's too thick. So we definitely need a window cleaner as well. I don't know if anyone's got any recommendations. Give me a shout. So I think Lee's got a massive big pneumatic concrete breaker thing. Hopefully he might let me borrow it. I'm going to get that slab out. Yeah, because I need to dig my trench up there, get it over there. So yeah, more digging, more fun, loving the dig life. And I broke my step. I dropped the slab down and it cracked. That was always temporary. It's been there about 6 years, 5 years. That's still temporary because, you know, it can always be moved. You know, I'm going to pop you down. I'm going to continue with my dig. It's a long way to go yet. Even more soil. Can't believe it. Ridiculous. I'm going to do it right, or right-ish. So I'm going to put the water in first. Bit of sand down, water pipe, bit of sand. Because there have to be a gap between the two for the gas. And then there's no electric here. The electric's up that end. So that needs to be probably even a bit deeper actually. Unless I run a trench next to it, that's a possibility. Anyway, I just can't stand around talking. Got stuff to do, got digging. Hi. It's been about 3.5 hours, not quite 4, but they're getting a bit agitated now. So I'm gonna neutralise the PP. It's on its way out anyway. It's sort of that in between purple and brown look anyway. I'm going to pour it in. I've done alright actually. I've not been too mad about it. But literally the past sort of 10 minutes I've had a lot of splashing. Someone just jumped and hit their head on one of the sheets, so let's get it gone. Sumi started to return on a couple of them in the 2 series. Probably can't even see because it's sunny now. Yes, a lot more Sumi on it now than earlier. Same with the Shiro. Still quite faded, but it is looking way deeper. And hopefully that gets rid of the trick. Yeah, it's brown now, look at that. It'll take long. Probably shower scraped its face on something, probably the pond pump. Joys. Yeah, it's definitely brown now, so I'm going to cover it back up. Well, I think I've liked having the top off for the last 4 hours, whatever it's been. It doesn't matter, I might just leave it off. Yeah, I'll leave it off for a bit while I'm out here digging. That's all I'll do at the minute. Dig, dig, dig. I'll show you where I'm up to. Put that there, put that inside later. So I've made my trench a bit deeper, around about 50 centimetres now. Even more soil. Stumbling block was this slab here. I thought I'll cut a channel, smash it out. Not a chance. It's about 6 inches thick. I'm going to need something a bit bigger. I need a big breaker. I tried my SDS drill, a big hammer. Wasn't really doing a lot. Probably end up putting a bit of glass out if I'm not careful. So I'll get one of them sorted. I think Lee might have one. He'll probably let me borrow it. It'll take probably an hour to smash that lot up. Oh, so yeah, trench nearly dug. Well, this side. So once I get to there, that's as far as I can go, obviously. Get a fire going later. I need to get rid of all of this wood or stack it somewhere else. Get it out of the way so I can get the water up there. And then this end, this bit here, I need to get that a bit deeper. And then continue that down the bottom there. Or maybe just a bit further in. And then it can come out and I can insulate the water pipe. And the electric can be tacked to the back of the pond, so I'm not too bothered about that really. That'll be the last bit I do. Yeah, coming along, we're getting there. Still can't, I mean, every time I look I just can't believe how much waste material there is. It's just nuts. Absolutely mental. I probably actually excavated a bit too much, because obviously this channel here is going to be for the wall going up, so we're going to backfill with some of it behind anyway, rather than put it in skips, because it's probably going to be full. And this area is going to be for all my grass clippings and stuff, so I'm going to put some plastic sheet in the other side, or some of the old sleepers actually, which are up there somewhere, just to keep the grass cuttings up this end, and then put some on the fence, the plastic sheet that is to protect that, just so I don't have to make a million trips to the tip, because we have rather a bit of grass, rather a lot. And at some point, oh my god, look at the weeds. Weeding will need to be done. That's a task, that is. Anyway, get back to me digging. So not far off here. Then I can get that bit over there a bit deeper, and then I might put the pipe in actually, and then I can start filling it back up. Yeah, rather than, I've got obviously a huge heap of soil there, but I can't get rid of that because obviously that's going to need to be backfilled on top of that. And this could be a bit controversial. I'm now thinking maybe not doing gas. Oh, it's a tough one. Reason being that, since somebody pointed out, when you're laying, I thought I could just chuck everything in this trench, so my gas, water, and then that end plus the electricity, and be done with it. No, it's not quite that easy. There has to be a minimum gap between all the stuff, and it has to be at depth, hence me excavating it a bit more. Water, I read online, 450 is a minimum, and but then there has to be a gap of 250 between gas and electricity, something like that. So I'm now thinking, I'm now doubting, do I need to do the gas? I wanted to do the gas pipe purely because if I then decide to add a boiler at some point, it's all there ready to go. But I'm going to change the air source heat pump anyway, and the new inverter types are way more economical when it's cold than, say, like what I've got a normal Duratec non-inverter type. So don't know, got a little bit of time to decide because I've not finished excavating yet. But if I'm going to start filling it up, I'll need to make a decision as soon as I do start doing that, which could be the next day or two. But we'll see. I don't know. I know you're probably all going to say do the gas, but as I say, is it really gonna be worth it? It's only for when it's really cold, and I'm not going to be heating at silly temps. And if I get a bigger, better heat pump, because I'm sort of on the limit with the one that I've got, I don't know. Tough call. Again, it's more cost. I did actually order a new heat pump, a Remora one, but cancelled it just because the funds, in case I run out of money really, doing the build. So that will be added at a later point, because I do have the Duratec to go on. I'll just need to replace that when I upgrade to a bigger one, because I was going to upgrade to a bigger one and run the gas. Tough call. Yeah, but I think my head is saying a new inverter type heat pump and a bigger one will give me more well, it won't give me more, it will be more economical to run than what I've got through winter. So do I really need to do the gas? And if you're only talking, I don't know, 100 odd quid's worth of difference, maybe 200 over 3 months of when it's really cold, December, January, February, maybe March, 4 months, 50 quid a month, 200 odd quid. Is it worth it for all the hassle of putting a boiler in, another pump running the boiler and the heat exchanger? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm at, and I'm now at more digging. So I'll catch you later. I'll let you know when we'll have another look at them in a bit when I put the covers back on, but I'm just gonna leave them as is at the minute. Catch you in a bit. Oh, is this little fella out? I don't think he's very well. What are you doing? No hedgehog. What are you doing? I might go and put him under the bush over there. Don't need to be out in this dirty light, do you, mate? Put him over here out of the way. Saving the animals. There you go. Move him there. Anyway, I'm going to fold the covers back now. Yeah, that big Shiro has definitely smashed its eye somehow. Bit of skin hanging off, look at that. Jeez. Right. Get all this stuff and pop the lid back and let them chill out. The water parameters are obviously going to go to pot now after finally getting my ammonia into check, so that's probably going to spike again, but we'll see. Right, I need 2 hands for this. Catch you later.